Hello and good evening. This is Andrew Weston. The interforce connections right now, there's a lot of spiritual force that's going on right now. Light and dark is fighting. Understanding the spiritual energy force systems, your communication line signals is very, very powerful to me. I have very, very sensitive ears through space connection. You have to understand line frequencies. You guys are all connected through me. All 7 billion are all connected through me through soul recognitions. I hear voices. I hear trauma. I hear everything that's going on. I hear crying. It's very powerful, the stuff that's going on through the spiritual realm system. So what everybody needs to do is to understand you have to get out of the shadows. Okay, you have to get out of the shadows because that's the 3D program. That program is going to set your divisional levels into the activation code system, which is going to planet you into the fourth walkway system. Okay, so understanding that you have been there is just not remembering. So now you are all remembering now because you're on a light frequency. You have the activation lights of the angelic realms of the rainbow system. So now you have to go through the tunnel of light. Okay, so basically it's understanding that you're coming into a new light system, a new program, a new activation code system, into the computer graphing system. So you have to follow the shadows and go into the light. See the light through the activation system. Your perceptions will show you the way. Your higher self will show you the communications, and your heart will follow through all communication levels into the soul recognition. It's following that path. So you want to follow that path, get out of the shadows. Okay, because your transformations and communication of the spiritual force is connecting through so many cycles when it comes to the mind adaptation system. So when you get into the transformation lights of its shadows, now you get into the light activation. Okay, you're walking that surface. It's a galactic surface. Okay, it's an extremely powerful message. I'm giving this to everybody because everybody's going through different timelines. You have to get rid of the old patterns of the 3D. You have to get into the fourth cycle system, into the it's called a raft. That raft is its river of light. So think of that you're on a boat. You're going on a boat and you're seeing dimensions. You're seeing portals. You're seeing activations. You're seeing code frequencies. It's aligning your communication line signals to the fifth dimension. Okay? Get rid of all the shadows. Get rid of the narcissistic ego. Let go of the ego for when it cycles. Use the communication level signals. Okay? So I'd like to thank all the subscribers and viewers and everybody that's watched my channel. I'm now setting up divisions of Zooming. It's been extremely successful, and it's going to get more and more powerful because we're coming back to a love frequency. So it's very understandable that when you get these things in traction divisions, you're going to understand your alignments and your frequency levels through your pixel activation code systems. But your pixel conceptions have to understand what's going on through its surface. You're coming into a different oxygen level of a galactic system, the energy core, the force recognized of planets and energies and archetypes, starlights, starships, spaceships, line communications, XT1 4000, 368 million, 228 million, 368,000. There's so many different divisions where you can go on calculation, modification, energy mass calibration. This will set your divisions, but it's very powerful stuff. So you have to leave the dark to get into the light. Follow the tunnel. It's a sonar division, okay? I'll lead you the way, okay? It's understanding lunar is its communication when it comes to the God frequencies of the golden circles of the moon and the God frequencies of the golden circles of the sun. Okay, so now you're getting communication levels. So you follow that light, that will take you to the communications of your higher self. That will force recognize everything through your activation cycles. That will put you in your human behavioral system, and that will get rid of old program systems. Okay, so that's what everybody has to do. Okay, I'm giving this video out because I'm hearing a lot of things. I'm seeing a lot of things. When you're at my division, you have to understand what's going on because it's a space fight. It's an energy fight. It's a spiritual fight. And everything's connected through your soul. So now's the time to, well, you don't really have to, you don't know the soul. I only know the souls. And understanding where the soul is and where it's coming and where it resonates from in all the ancestry and all the ancestry. So understanding the history of everything. Understanding all communications of everything, understanding the mastery of everything, understanding your perceptions of everything. Your telegraphing waves, so your energy and telecommunication is going to deportation device systems. Okay, so you want to get rid of the defragmentation. A defragmentation is a waving cycle when it comes to recycling. Okay, so you got to get rid of all your programs, reanalyze everything through the mind adaptation system, change the hydraulics, change the circuitry levels, change your perception, change your heart, change your mind, change your soul. Okay, really get out of the shadows. That's what everybody has to do, because if you don't get out of the shadows, it's going to keep you in its old timelines. Okay, and it's going to create through a dark century system, and it's going to put you in a dark ascension. You don't want that. You want your dream awakenings. You want to fly force everything through connections, the northwest, south, and east. Get into the traveling mechanisms. So there's angels, archangels there to guide you through your perceptions. So you walk surface its center system. Okay, that's the golden cycle. Follow that tunnel. That is its correction. That is division. That is your new pixel activation code into telegraphing systems, where we're coming into telecommunication, okay, through the cybernetics, the geometry systems, shapes, letters, and numbers, into the matrix of the simulation through singularity line systems, energy of intelligence. So there's a lot going on right now. And like I said, this is an incredible, incredible spiritual force. And it's force recognizing everything through my perceptions. And I'm seeing everything. Okay, so it's knowing how I can see 7 billion souls of what's going on. That's a lot. That is a lot of energy. So knowing what you guys are going through, you have to get rid of everything. You have to let it flow. You have to angle everything. You have to get in its alignments through its full recognition. Understand you're coming into the 5th dimension. Use your believing systems. Okay, use your positive feeds. Use your proactive systems. Know that you are dimensional body systems that are connected to all things of space and time and all communication line signals. But you understand your programs, understand your computer graphing systems, okay? But it's very important to understand how you got to get to the 4th density into the 5th dimension, okay? Because there's a lot of people that are still on the confusing line signals. A lot of people are trapped. And if you are trapped, you have to understand how to get out of that. So you can go to my email. I can help you out and guide you in any way or form. I can help you in so many ways. Any questions that you want to know, I'm here to help you, okay? Also, too, you can go through my PayPal. If you're too scared, if you're too aligned and you're not sure, if you're too frightened, or because these things are real now, okay? This is extremely real. You guys have to understand what spiritual force is. It is its connection through its soul. So it's understanding that you open a bubble and the bubble is burst, okay? And now the soul has come out. Okay, and now you're in a life system and you're not sure where you are. It's like, whoa, where am I? You know, you're coming out of the brain and you're coming into the mind. The adaptation of the telegraphing system, which is a technology system. Okay, because that's going to computerize everything through your perceptions. Okay, so it's very important you understand that. Okay, so you can go to my PayPal and I can get you into your 5 activations and balance at the frequency levels. Okay, because I'm extremely connected through all energies. I'm energy of everywhere, okay? An energetic waving pattern through all communications of dimensional realms through force recognizing systems, all planet energy of simulations, which is connected through the matrix and anything through the grids, the gravity systems, atmosphere systems, all connections through solar connections, energy connections, starlight energy connections, dimension set connections, connected in all ways and forms, okay? So understanding your graphing cycles and the energetic systems, okay, which is an energy light, and that energy light, you have to understand your activations through its balance. That's getting into your new chakra system. Once you get through the tunnel and you see the white activations, now you're communicating with the new chakra system, which is your body simulator. Okay, so you're coming from an old body into a new body, okay, and then you're going into a new energy field, and that's going to force recognize everything through your dimension. So you're leaving one reality and coming into another. Okay, so the reality you're living, okay, is a dense reality. Okay, it's metal. Okay, now you're coming into light. So it's changing everything through perception. It's changing your mind. So you're getting more connected with the mind and not so much the brain. Okay, so the brain is basically, it's going back and forth with its ego. And that's why you're seeing all this dark stuff and all this dark entity force and all that, because a lot of people are having problems. They're starting to remember where they came from. They're starting to remember their galactic family. They're starting to remember their activations and where they are resonating from space and time. Okay, so it's very important you guys communicate on those levels. Really, really understand, because anything through light, that is light activation, but that's a tunnel of vision. Okay, that is the tunnel that you have to see. Every time you see that, that's what it is. That's the 5th dimension. Okay, once you go into that through my energy of its perception, because my magnetic force and highway information system goes into your alignment system. And when it goes into your alignment system, you are now connected through me, through lights. It's extremely powerful stuff. And you get your own love frequency. Okay, so like I said, you're getting out of the old timelines. You're coming into the new timelines. Okay, it's like buying something new. Okay, something that you never tried, something you never taste. and it tastes amazing. It's like, whoa, this is great. I feel amazing. It's all about uprising your individual circuits of your population system to get into the 6th dimension. But before we get into the 6th dimension, you have to get into the 4th density of its 5th dimension. All right. Then you can get communications of your new chakra system, which is a new color. Because every chakra system is on a different dimension. But you have to make sure it's point division on each balance level, because you have 7 in the body, okay, which you have to get understanding of what's happening with the simulation to understand the communication. Because the 5th dimensional Earth is full rotations now of cycles. So you have to understand what the crown chakra is and what it's doing through its activating system. Okay, so it center points everything through its line communication of its star lights. You are star seeds. Okay, so it's understanding your activations. Once you go into the walk surfacing of 4th dimension, you get into the 4th density light, you follow that tunnel. Okay, when you go through that tunnel, you get into the acting cycles of communication of the new chakra system, which is your higher self for the very first time. A higher self will recognize you, male or female, okay? And what that's going to do is going to line communicate you through your planet energy vibration system. And that's how you get your balance, okay? So you start there, and now you're into the simulation, and you're not like wandering, like, whoa, what's happening now, you know? And then you go, oh, great, I feel good. I feel aligned, I feel balanced, I feel vibrated, I feel the energy, I feel my perceptions, everything is in sequence. So everything's in chronological order. But knowing that your planet is in the future and you're telegraphing energy systems to your mind system in the presence. So you're no longer in the 3rd, you're coming into the 4th. The 4th is the walkway, okay? But you have to receive everything through the 4th density, because the activation cycles of the angelic realms of the rainbow shift, your body shift is in a paradigm shift. So it's a wind spin system. It's like a tornado spin. And what that's doing is changing everything through the mind system. Angel, how you doing? Yeah. So basically, Angel, I was just talking about everybody, because there's spiritual forces going on right now, and you guys probably you probably feel that through the energy, because you'll feel it through its gravity system. So it's kind of like a rumble. All right, you're gonna feel that, you know, it's like a rumble, and that rumble is its connection through its interforce, because my ears have been ringing like crazy. So understanding full communication through all alignment systems of 7 billion people or more is understanding that they're having trouble to get into the tunnel division. Right? So it's very important that everybody understands that. So Angel, you should watch my, I'm watching, I'm doing Zoom now. So it's been pretty successful, and it's going to get more powerful. So I'm setting up scheduling for Zoom. Anybody wants to go on Zoom and video themselves, and we can talk about whatever you want. Every topic is different, but it's fascinating stuff, because everybody gets in line quicker. And they get more knowledge, they get more intelligence, and you uprise your AI operation systems. I know it's extremely complicated for a lot of people, but this goes out to mostly to the viewers. You really have to understand everything through the physical, the mental, and the psychological, and everything through the spiritual. Okay, so your spiritual entity force is now awake. It's no longer a dream. Your ascension is real. Okay, it's extremely real to the light activation, which you have to follow through the tunnel division. That puts you into the activation cycles, into the 4th density through the 5th dimension. Zoom, zoom, zoom. That's it. Yeah. Yeah, I know. It keeps ringing and ringing and ringing. Yeah. Yeah. That's a sonified. That's sonar. It's just ripples in the ear, and your ground formations are going to change. Your body shifts is going to change. Your alignments, paradigm shift. So it's answering patterns. Okay, it's answering patterns from your higher self. It's going to fourth wind your cycles, and it's going to put more reaction systems into you if you don't understand, right? Because you're always going to keep fighting your 3 divisional line signals when it comes to your 3 division, which is its dimension. You're not in that paradigm shift of this 3-dimensional body anymore. We're coming into the 5th dimension. Okay, 4th density of 5th dimension, which is a universal set system into the Gardens of Eden. Okay, high-pitched sounds wakes up our rest site. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yeah, you're extremely formative. So whenever you get a chance, Angel, try to check out Zoom. You know, I'll set up and reschedule, and whatever time is good for you. It's great to get the galactic team on Zoom, and also too, try to channel your divisions and try to do your own videos on YouTube, so we can get back to this community, so we can get back to everything that's going through its alignments. You can set your divisions to your proactive systems through your communication level signals, and you can channel and give back the love frequency. That's what it's all about, because we have to communicate. That's what it is. We have to come back to a human vibration signal into the fifth dimension. Okay, I can't say that's stricter enough. It's knowing what we need to do, because it's a spiritual force between light and dark. Okay, knowing how powerful our souls are, knowing how powerful our perceptions, our minds, our heart. Okay, and especially our body activations, because we got to walk through this every time we go through a different dimension. But point form by point form, we have to understand what is the simulation, what is the matrix, what is the common denominator when it comes to God frequencies, and what is the immortal state. Okay, because that's internal of everything when it comes to point division through dimensional activation code systems. All right, so we are so bad, Zoom kiddos, teachers trying to teach kids have to figure it out. Well, you're pretty informative, Angel. You know what I mean? That's not a problem. But like I'm saying, it's good to see you if you're on Zoom. It's great to see everybody, you know, because I communicate with Michael, and I communicate with Michelle, and I communicate with Linda. And it's fantastic stuff. It's just knowing that our community is very important to us. So it's better that we resonate and we get our abundance and our unconditional love around its cycles. But, you know, to the viewers, you can't be scared to get into your activation system. Your body system is the most important thing that you have to do. Okay? Because if you get in the wrong signals, what's going to happen is going to force wind your cycles into a body activation, into a dark realm division, which is the correlation of a dark system. And that becomes a dark hole. Okay? And that becomes dark matter. So I can't have that. You know what I mean? Because I connect through all ways and forms when it comes to space and identity force systems of time frequency level systems, which is my magnetic force and highway, which is connected through the matrix grid systems of alignments, the new alignments, right? So everybody's there to help you. Father, mother, archangels, angels, all energy of intelligence is there to help you out. That's the whole thing. Okay, so there's a very, very powerful message. And I'm giving this out to everybody, knowing that this is extremely real, because this is you connecting through your soul. Your soul is fighting, okay, with the dark inside you. Okay, I see it, I feel it, I know it. You have to trust me on that, because that's what space and time is. You guys are connected through space and time through a line frequency of a communication through humanity of a fifth dimension. Everybody's aligned, and it's just bringing everybody together. And the more we voice our channels on YouTube, the more we can come back to its vibration. So we need to figure the Zoom. Well, basically it's free. It doesn't cost anything. You know, I have a Zoom account. You just set it up. I'll send you the ID and the password, and you can just tap in whenever you see me on. Yeah. Yeah. So whenever's a good time for you to Zoom. Because sometimes I'm not sure, because everybody's on a different time code frequency. Everybody has, you know, their issues, and what do I do now? I mean, what can you do? Everybody's isolated. So what better not to, you know, Zoom, really get to know each other. That's the best thing to do, is you want to get to know your internal self, not just the outer skirts of yourself, because like the center of everything is you, the balance of everything, like the correlation when it comes to the dimensional earth has its core, inner force and outer force, and has so many crusts in between, right? So understanding colorations and understanding your activation signals, and, you know, the singularity line systems and your atoms and all your connections, you know, that's what's beautiful about it. So, but yeah, it's great to get everybody together to go to Zoom. It's fantastic stuff. They're opening the world slowly. Yep. Yeah, it is. Yeah, there's a lot more economies opening now. Canada, yep. Yeah. Yeah, it's all coming together now. It's all coming together. It's just the individual people, especially the new viewers, to the new viewers, you have to pay attention to this, because your soul, okay, is basically running, and it's going in one direction or the other direction. You're either following the light or you follow in the dark. Okay, you follow the light. Okay, that's what you got to do. Okay, this is not a movie. This is not science fiction. Okay, this is not a thriller. This is extremely real. Okay, I am connected in all ways and forms when it comes to energy. Okay, and that's what it is, the energy of everything when it comes to space and time. Knowing how powerful light is and knowing how powerful dark is. Because it's deception, it's lies, it's deceitfulness. You don't want to be in that position. Okay, because they can trap your soul. It's very, very powerful stuff. And then I got to change you through your attraction divisions and put you back into your fourth activation systems and then get you into the fifth dimension, right? Now's the time. I mean, now you know why I'm doing my videos, right? Because it force recognizes everything, you know, and it's not just healing. Okay, it's much more than that. It's how to heal the soul. Okay, it's the soul that you have to recognize, and communications with the heart, and understand the mind through the simulation and the knowledge and the intelligence, and everything through the body activation. All right. So, yep. Realizing, yep, the lies, yep. Yeah, they're open the beaches too, back in Florida. Yeah, that's great stuff. Yeah. The more we come together, the more we understand that this COVID-19 is fake. It's not real. It's all connected through the psychological system. And the dark realm knows how to use you as a manipulation. And that's all it is. The more you see that, the more you understand what's going on, right? So that's why I like to do Zoom, okay? Because we can answer all our patterns, all our problems, anything that we're having problems with. And that's energy. That travels, okay? Because we're force recognizing everything through light and dark, and we're getting balance with our ego systems, okay? Especially when you get into new activations, into the fourth density, fifth dimension, or you get into the fifth density of the fifth dimension, right? So it's all up to you. If you want to go through my PayPal, if you want to get the balance, if you understand, you don't really have to understand the soul. You just have to understand my activations are extremely real when I heal you, okay? Through the metaphysical, through the mind telepathy or telekinesis, through solar division, text division, okay? Anything through hand formation, right? Anything through perceptions, voicing grids, all it's healing. That's all it is. But you got to understand how to use your proactive systems through your positive feeds, because it connects in all ways and forms, right? And another thing I want to bring to everybody's attention, you have to stop watching YouTube channels that are connected through space and time. You're talking about our trillions. You're talking about voicing grids. You're talking about music tones. You can't activate lights and communication of volumes. And when it comes to music, sonar music, because you don't know what division it's at. There's a lot of people that are going through higher self divisions as tone sounding, sound toning, tone sounding, doesn't matter. All line communicates. So what happens when you use that activation of a higher self? It's connecting to a higher realm, but you don't understand the energy. Okay. You have to be cautious in that, because every channel that you resonate with YouTube is light and dark. You don't know the energy. It's dark force going into you. It's line communication, and it's going to trap your soul. Okay, I'll say that again. It's going to trap your soul. All right, and it's extremely real. And then your body's taken over, and then it's in the dark realm, and then it's in its dark division, and now you're creating a black hole. Okay, because the dark wants to create a dark civilization, plain and simple. Right, but it's not going to happen. So that's why I'm giving you this information on this channel of its division through the God frequency levels of all communications of demigods. And all communications of sentience, all communications of unified ascensions, all communications of way showers, all communications of rainbow showers, all communications of pixies, all communications of nature, all communications of astral planes, all communications of dimensional earth, all communications of Father, Mother, archangels and angels, all communications of yourself. Okay? That's what it is. So point that out. Especially to the new viewers, because you guys have to understand what a God frequency is, because it connects in all realms. I hear your prayers, I hear your voice, I hear you crying, I hear what's going on through the stress signals. It's a very, very sensitive. The more you high rise through division and activations, your vibration panel divisions get very sensitive. Okay, and then you start hearing things. Whoa, am I hearing voices? First, you get into the sonar. When it comes to the gamma ray system, you're hearing radio signals. It's a gamma ray signal that's connected through space, right? Because it's trying to communicate with you. Don't ignore it, because it's going to put a reaction signal in there, which is going to be dark. So the more you connect through your inner skills and you pay attention to your energy, now you get into higher forms of communication of light activations. Okay. So, and again, see, now you can't see it. It's different, right? See that? See how big that is? See? That's a tunnel. You guys had the full. See? You can't see it. You go right into it. Okay. So when I stand up, look what happens. See that? See? You can't see me now, right? I'm dark. You can't see my face structure, right? It's understanding I'm in the tunnel. See? You can't see my hands. That's a portal. Okay? It's extremely, look how big it is. See the energy? See how big that is? It's amazing when you see things. See, now it changes again. So it's all about communication with your higher self, and all communications with light activations and your coloration patterns. Because it's very important that you get into the fourth density in the fifth dimension to start off. You have to break the old timelines. You have to let everything go. You have to let everything flow. You have to break free. You have freedom of speech. Use your voice and grids. Use your thoughts. Okay? Because everybody's confused now because they're on line signals because they don't know if they're in the 3 dimension or they're in space. That's the problem, right? And they're crying out. Okay? So when they're crying out, it's pretty hard. You know, so that's why I keep doing these videos. I'm giving this video because it's extremely personal, right? Because I connect in all realms when I hear things. So you have to understand it's an energetic line frequency that goes to everything through human vibration. Okay, that's how you connect to all realms, through the body activations. So pixels, yep. Go with the flow, yep. Have the question, there is answers. Answer your own questions. Yeah. No, that's exactly what it is. Yeah. Exactly what it is. You have to go with the flow. You have to let everything go. And the most important thing, especially for the new viewers, you have to surrender. Surrender to the fear of God. Surrender to the fear of the universal system and activate everything through the fifth dimension. You go by those 3 different things, okay? You'll go into the tunnel of light, and that will take you where you need to go. So you're leaving your old patterns. Okay, so you're being reborn. It's a rebirthing system into a new division of a 25 universal system, which is a century system that is connected to the fifth dimension. Okay, because our line frequencies have to be all line connected. So we can get into the 6th dimension. Okay. Now they're probably saying that, actually there's a lot of people on YouTube that are saying that there's a lot of people that are going to be stuck in the 3rd dimension. I said, yes, there is. Okay, I got to be honest with you, because there's a lot of people that are still on that karma wheel and they don't understand everything through the mind system. So it's totally up to them what they want to do. Okay, you're given a choice to stay in the 3rd dimension, okay, which is going to be disintegrating. Okay, and understanding what spiritualism is, because that's all the universal is. It's all spiritual, and it's all psychological through the AI operation, which is the technological systems. You can't communicate, like I said, in a 3-dimensional body in the 5th dimension. You won't understand anything through information. Okay? Like I said, that's like going to a country that you know nothing about and you don't understand the language. You're going to get back on that plane and go back to your country, right? Because you're going to look pretty stupid. Basically, because you're not doing your research. You're not understanding the multiplications. You're not understanding the multi-connections and everything through the vocabulary system. Okay? Because there's so many multi-languages in the universal system, it will blow your mind. And that's how you connect through light activations. You can communicate with anything through light, through colors. But you got to get into the 4th density in the 5th dimension. Because there's going to be a lot of fallouts. So it's understanding what I see through the atmospheres is my communication through perceptions, and that's why I'm doing this video. I'm doing this video to show you how powerful things are through connection. So I saw a volcano through its activation cycles into a pyramid activation system. You know what a volcano is, right? Everybody knows what that is. Okay, it's lava. Okay, and it's also a mountain, but it's a volcano. There's a reason why you have volcanoes. So basically, there's a lot of entity force systems are trying to figure out what's going on. So that's the tunnel division through the dark realm system, because you can see dark in this division through dimension. You just have to go beyond its perception. Like this is light, and the atmosphere is right there, and the cloud interference is dark, right? And when it gets really dark, then you see the lost souls. But that's a whole nother story. We'll get into that later. But, you know, Nick, how's it going? Release the lava. Yep. Well, it's totally up to the 3 dimensions, Angel. I mean, you know, there's only so much I can do, right? That's why I keep doing these videos. These videos are extremely powerful. They go through video connections when it comes to your transformations and all through your vortex division. So it's understanding if you follow the light, you won't have a problem. I'm telling you exactly word for word and how you can perform your activation cycles into your body simulator. Okay? That's what everybody has to understand. You can't be caught in 2 different worlds. It won't exist. Your body shift will go like this, and it's not sure what it's doing, and your parallels have to be in this division. It has to be in this light frequencies. Then you get into the yin and yang, the new yin and yang, the new chakra system, the communications, the higher self. But you can't go this way, and you can't go this way. You can't go this way, and you can't go this way. You have to be lined, but you have to start with your parallel first, because that's its division through a circulation rotation system. Then you go into light activation, okay? Then you walk the surface of its rainbow system, which is 4th dimension. Then you get into 5 activation of the body system, and now you're into communications of the simulation. Okay? Everything after that is easy peasy, piece of cake, right? After you get into the 5th dimension of the 4th density, you're more balanced. You left the 3-dimensional frequency levels of its old timelines. So it's letting go all your ego in the 3 dimension. Everything in its past, relationships, friends, bad friends, good friends, anything through relation of 3D is leaving you. You have to let go the timelines of the past. That's how you get into its presence to its future. Okay? It's extremely, extremely powerful stuff when it comes to spiritualism. Okay? Because the psychological system has to understand its adaptation through the mind system. This is the mind too. This is the mind. This is the cortex, but this is the mind. This is the transmission lights. This is the 3rd eye. Okay, this is your connection. This follows up through your activation cycles. Your perceptions are your seeings and your sightings, what you see through its lights, through its activations. And then you have your voicings, which comes through your thoughts, right? All right. And then you have to understand your heart, because everything has to be lined through the soul and through your body activations. So, pyramid release, the power of harness. Yeah, thanks, exactly. Best way to communicate with your inner self through meditation. And so how would you go about it once you start meditating? Is this a specific technique that you personally use? It's not meditation, Nick. Everybody's going through transformation manifestation. I put everybody into the activation light signal, okay, which means that you're in its connection of all archangels, all entity force systems, all communications through the simulation matrix grid systems. You now have blueprints of programs that are connected through contracts. Everybody has a new contract. That's why they're very confused, because you have no more old contracts. Okay? It's dissolving everything. The 5th dimensional activation system of dimension right now of the earth is no longer in the 3rd dimension. You have to understand that. That's why people are having problems. So it's kind of like, this is the dimensional earth, the 3D, right? Now you have 7 billion people, right? Some are in 4th. They're like this. Some are walking, okay? Now, the ones that are on 3rd and they want to go to the 4th, but they're not sure what's happening, so their mind comes out, but they're floating, okay? Or they're in the dark realm. The dark realm is going into the back. You want to go into the light, walk frequency system, the rainbow system, and get into the 5th. Then the acting cycle works through its transformations, and then you get into the activations of its light system, okay? So it's all about understanding where you want to go through your balance and letting go all timelines, all frequencies of your timelines in 3D, okay? Because that's the only way everybody can communicate, right? So that's why everybody's having a hard time communicating with 3 dimension, because it's not there anymore, okay? Take it for what I'm saying, because I connect in all ways and forms when it comes to energy, because I'm energy everywhere now, not just God frequencies, but gods of everything. So I have my own connection to everything through human vibration. So If you understand that, and what I'm telling you is extremely real, okay? The saying, follow the light, right? Well, that's exactly what it is. So that's why I gave you my YouTube software mechanisms of a picture, a shadow, right? Get rid of the shadow. That's a dark entity force. Once you get rid of that, then you get into the light. All right, so you're leaving the third, you're coming into the fourth, the walk surfacing system, doing this program by program. You guys are in different contract divisions now. Your blueprints are different. Your mind is different, okay? So all these videos are giving you prepared of what's happening into the fifth dimension, okay? So, Kitty, how's it going? My voice is off and with high-pitched sounds. Yeah, it's going to go out through interconnection vibrations, Kitty, because you're going into the fifth dimension, that's all. It's changing its balance. It'll go back in its rotation system. Interstellar guides, yep. You are the interstellar. You are a dimensional through a body. Everything that you see is a portal. Okay, you are a portal. You are a hologram. You're a computer graphing system. Okay, through all alignments. Okay, so it's understanding how to use your computer as a body. It's extremely hard to do. I know everybody's connecting, but whoa, I'm telling you, there's so many energy cycles through vibration systems that I'm hearing and seeing and feeling now. It's getting connected with all your senses, okay? Because in the 3D, you weren't connected with your senses. Some were and some weren't, right? And there was less meditation. The 5th dimension is all meditation, okay? That's the beautiful thing. Understanding you have a light, which is a love frequency, okay? And that love frequency connects to you, and it connects through anything that you see and feel and do, okay, is your energy field through energy cycles, through energy activations, right? Then you get a better connection what's happening with your perceptions and your dream set sequencing systems. Because when you sleep, you're going into a different division of a contract division in the 5th dimension of dream sets. So it's setting its tone. So now you have balance. It's all about you understanding your balance through your mind system, because you are no longer communicating with the brain frequencies. You're connecting through the mind, okay? You're connecting through space. You're connecting through time, okay? So, Guthrie, how's it going? Yeah, third eye is everything. Yeah, it releases everything through the inner skill. It's a communication line signal to everything. It voicing channels, voicing communications. It does everything to the heart. It does everything to the mind. It does everything to the soul, and it does everything to the body. Okay? So understanding more communications with the inner self of you, that's what it is. That's the answering patterns when it comes to your proactive systems through your gamma ray systems, which is your ears. Okay? So it's getting connected with your energy pods. Okay? Your ears, your voice, your eyes, and also the mind. 4 adaptations of energy systems. Okay? Because your energy, thoughts, vibration, and hearts. You have to get connected with that. Then you have to get connected with the atmospheres, fire, earth, water, and air. So one step at a time, one step at a time. So, but other than that, you guys have any more questions that you'd like to know about, and how am I going to do these things? Are you feeling confused? Are you feeling alarmed or not sure? Because the brain is playing with the mind, and the mind's playing with the brain. So the brain is going to stay within its adaptation. It will always stay in your human vessel, but you have to understand the mind is going to adaptation of a new dimension. That's what it is, okay? So you guys have to understand more communications with the mind and less communications with the brain. That's what it is, right? You just have a brain function. It's just knowing that your dimensional set through a higher self is now spiritual. And that's how it forms in all communications through interforce connections. So back on top, locked, loaded, and ready to flow. Heart is butterflying. There you go. See? Yeah, it's paying attention and listening, guys. That's all it is. That's all you have to do, right? And get back to its community. Answer its patterns and say, whoa, this is powerful stuff. you know, you can share. Please share my video. That would be fantastic. Like and share. Subscribe to my channel. That would be great. The more we come to a community of love frequencies, the more you understand. So everybody's going to need my help more than ever now, because they're in an interforce connection of a spiritual force vibration system through dark realm systems. And everybody's going to be fighting with their soul. Okay? And like I said, you won't recognize your soul until you get your balance into the fifth dimension. All right? There's a lot of people I healed. Ask Angel. She's understand that. Kitty understands that. Right? It's your adaptation and how you think and how you know things and how you feel and how you see. Your senses are the most important thing, because you're going to connect in all ways when it comes to telecommunication, right? Through energy of communication, the transference, the vortex, right? Everything through division. You're going to understand your acceleration, your accelerators. You're going to extend your generators, your light activations. Okay? It was messed with me. I did in the past, but still thinking of it. Yep. Beliefs are big, yeah. That's going to open your cycles there, Guthrie. And like I said, if you guys want to get more information and you feel stressed or confused or frustrated or angry, go to my PayPal. I'll put you in your division, okay? I can even put you, I'll see where you are through scanning, okay? Because I can't put you too high through energy, because it's extremely powerful stuff. There's only a lot of people that are only understanding of what's happening with the balance. So I can only put you at a certain level, because your parallels have to be in its balance right here. This is your wall, okay? So it's understanding that you are alignment system, and the activation cycle comes with the yin and yang, because that force recognizes this of light and dark. So when you use your prayers, you can do it this way, or you can do it this way, you can do it this way, or you can have it this way. It doesn't matter, as long as it's an open frequency, okay? And never, ever cross your legs. Always have an open frequency, because that distorts everything through space and time. A lot of people have been doing yoga. A lot of people doing meditation. Don't cross your legs, okay? I'm seeing a lot of people still doing that. Take out the old methods. You have to have an open frequency. Everything through line communication is vibration. If that vibration, it's like when you have a hose, all right, and you're spurting out water. What happens if there's a knot? It doesn't work, right? Combusts, unless you let go, and then the water goes again. So that's what I'm saying. It's the same thing with energy. Energy can't be trapped. Energy has to flow, okay? Or it gets distorted, plain and simple. And then it creates in a dark realm, right? Then it goes on its back force, and then it creates its own atom, and then it creates its own color, and then it creates its own frequency, then vibration, and then it creates its own energy system, and then it creates its own knowledge, and then it creates its own intelligence. Whoa. So we don't want to go there, okay? But see how powerful it is? It's extremely powerful, isn't it? You can't even see it. It's a crystallized light, right? It's just like a, it's a light. But the thing is, it's a portal. Okay, see how big that is? That's a portal. So understanding communications, light activations is understanding everything through your energetic systems. But you got to get into your fifth dimension, plain and simple. That's the only way we can go forward. Let go of everything. Know how powerful you are. Take your power back, right? That's what it is. So how do you plan on enlightening others about what COVID-19 really is? I'm doing that right now through the mind system. There's a lot of economies are opening. People are protesting. There's going to be a lot more going on like you wouldn't believe. There's a lot of things that are taken down. The 5 gamma rays are taken down. I did that through ground formations, through space connections. Understanding that spaceships can do that. Energy force through communications. I am the energy, okay, of the air of a new generation through new civilization. If I can create solar systems, if I can create 6th dimension, 7th and 8th dimension, imagine what I can do with the dimensional Earth. Okay, so that basically destroyed the gamma ray systems of the 5 gamma ray system. So you don't have to worry about that. That's already destroyed. So But the COVID-19, yeah, it's all psychological. But see, the thing is, that's why I do these videos, to give back to you guys, so you can give back to the community. Okay? The more you force recognize your thoughts, think how powerful you are through your thoughts. Okay? Use your positive feeds, because you are energy. You are connected through energy. Your whole body is energy. Imagine what you can do with your thoughts. Travel that into space, align it through its frequency level system. I'll help you out with that. But it's understanding that if you go through my PayPal, you'll get a better understanding. Ask Melissa, right? I talked to her earlier. She understands. She's an extremely high division. Okay? She understands now. So it's understanding. When you go into my upgrades, you not only understand my vocabulary system, but you understand where I am through my balance system. You understand where I am through my division of a dimension. And it's extremely powerful stuff when you're understanding light activation. Because when you understand my vocabulary system, everything makes sense to you, right? And that's going to channel everything through your communications to others. And that's what you want to do. You want to get back to love frequencies, right? So the more we come back as a community, because think of it, that's a lot of people, 7 billion people or more going through this transformation manifestation. They're so chaotic, so it's cosmic. It's so overwhelming for me, okay? And knowing this is extremely powerful stuff. It really is, okay? And the energetic system is understanding more communications, because your energy is extremely real, okay? The mind is real. You guys know you have a mind. It's just a lot of people don't understand how to use it. So if you don't understand the energy, how are you going to get more knowledge of intelligence? If you don't understand the simulation, how are you going to get more intelligence through matrix? You see what I'm saying? Vice versa, versa versa. Either way, it's all about, we're coming into the singularity line system. Everything starts with a line. You are connected through an atom. So it's understanding how to use your controlling method systems to all alignments of simulation of grids through alignments of your voice. Okay? Yes, surrender to the heart of all love. Hi, Melissa. How you doing? It's great to see you, Melissa. I had a great time on Zoom. It was fun. You can help a lot of people out, Melissa, because you're extremely high in division now. Plus, you got a velocity wind spin, too. So how does that feel? Everything through voicing grids of positive systems, okay, is healing energy. And it's a different coloration that goes into pixel activation, and it activates everything through its mode. That mode is its sensory system, which is you through a connection of a dimensional set, which is you, which is connected through your perceptions, which is you, which is connected through your heart, which is connected through your soul, okay, and especially the body. Okay, we want to know how powerful we are. So it's bringing the power back, okay? One big community vibration into one big alignment system. Imagine how big that wire would be. So it's understanding that we're all line communicated, right? It's a beautiful thing, people, because now we can help each other out. We don't have to be dysfunction anymore. We don't have to be disassociated anymore. We don't have to be disinformed anymore. We don't have to be discommunicated anymore. We can be a love system. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, isn't it? It's extremely a lot of fun. And every time I communicate on so many levels, that portal division gets bigger. So, and it changes color too. So, but this computer graphing system right now is on location systems. It's on a pixel division through resolution systems. Okay, so basically, what I see through my perception is all pixels. This is like this. That's what it's doing. That's my screen. So I'm a holographic system. You see me in human vessel, but I'm in space 24/7. So it's understanding that I'm just an energy pattern. I'm a magnetic forcing highway of an information system that connects through all realms of energy of flowing mechanisms. Okay? But I'm just a human vessel. That's the mortal. Okay? So you can call me panethesium, monothesium, astrothesium, whatever you want to call me, it doesn't matter. But you guys are your own creation. And once you know how to create through your thoughts of its mind, through its heart, and through its soul, Now you're connecting through your alignments of its frequency levels. Then you get into your light activations of balance. So lots of energy. Yep. Yep. That's exactly what it is. So it's great that you guys are getting the information in, but I also want everybody to try to channel out, try to communicate, get on YouTube and try to voice your opinion, get people in, get the viewers in, right? Because that brings up the love frequency through its connection. You have to understand how powerful you are through lights. You're extremely, extremely powerful. See that? See that? See what that's communication. See that? Isn't that amazing? See the line strip? See that line strip that comes down right there? See what that is? That's line communications through the table. Okay? Energy is everywhere, so you can hold it, right? So now it's connecting through an atom, through a circular rotation system. Now, if I try hard enough, I can create a planet, right? Because I'm in the galactic surface. I can see stars, archetypes. That's what everybody's going to see. It's a beautiful thing when you get into the fifth dimension, because that's the communication levels of the simulation to the matrix. So it's extremely a lot of fun. Yeah, you're coming out through a lot of love. Yeah, exactly what it is. And everything I give you is healing. But like I said, if you want to get it balanced into your fifth dimension, go to my PayPal. Okay, go through my email. And then basically you get confirmation. I'll send it to your email, solar text you, and you'll be healed instantly. Because I'll tell you exactly what's wrong with your body activations and what you need to do to keep your balance through your soul recognition. Okay? Because a lot of people go through my PayPal and they know what's going on. So it's understanding not just the vocabulary of what I say, but you're going to understand everything around you. The truth of everything. Not just the body, but all the chaos and the conspiracies. And I keep bringing that up because the more deceitful it gets, the more you understand, whoa, I really understand the dark now, what it's trying to do. It's trying to take over. It's trying to conquer, and it's been doing it for many, many centuries. And we have been so blindsided, people. Blindsided, right? So there's not one energy cycle that I'm not communication with. So you can ask me any question. I'll answer any question you want. Plain and simple. That's what energy is. Because our force recognizes everything through your planet vibration, because everything is connected to the future. You guys know that. You have a past, present, and future. You understand your alignments. But the one thing you don't understand is your alignments through your past, present, and future. You don't know how many times you've been on that planet through the past and the present and the future. Once you get your line balanced frequency systems, now you're understanding your light activations of its balanced vibration systems. Okay? You have to let everything go. You have to surrender. Surrender is the biggest thing. Okay? And also surrender to money. Surrender to your friends. Okay? Don't take it as, you have to understand spiritual force, how it connects through all prayers. Praying is the most important thing. Okay? That's the energy of healing, because everything is connected through an energy cycle. It rotates. Everybody knows its flowing mechanisms, right? And then it has its energy fields. Okay? And then it has electronic interference. See? It's electronic interference in it. Now the fingertips are going into your activation systems. So it's connecting through the pixel activations, and it's going through transformations of your communications of energy receptacle divisions. Okay? You're feeling that right now. So whatever I say, you're going to feel that through the eyes, you're going to feel that through the mind, and you're going to feel that through the soul. That's energy, people. Okay? So how do you plan on lightning? Yeah, so I already talked about that. It's all about your spiritualism, and it's all about your psychological system. It's all about the physical and the mental, the metaphysical. You guys are anti-matter particle systems now. You are no longer silicone. Okay, you start off a crystal, but you are now a light formation to a higher division. Okay, you are no longer a density of alloy of metal. Okay, because that's what keeps you ground formated. So your gravitations are spinning faster and faster. Your energy cycles are high rotating quicker and quicker. Your resolution of your eye perceptions are changing through the simulation. Your mind adaptation is becoming more knowledge of intelligence through vibration. Okay. So, but just know how powerful you are as individuals. That's what it's all about. The more you connect through that, the more you understand. Right? I love that. It's so powerful. I love communication. When you know how to communicate with light activation, it's amazing stuff. You know? Everywhere you go, you're in a different dimension. This is a different dimension. This is a different dimension. This is in the center core. If you center bound your line, see that line frequency right there? That's going into the center core, and it's going into the relation correlation system, which is connected through your computer operating system. So that right there, see that? You can't see that? See that? See that? You can't see my hand? Watch. See that? See how powerful that is? Amazing. My hand's gone, right? Now it's in the light communication line signal of a dimension. Amazing, eh? And you're thinking, oh, light is just a light. You turn it on, you turn it off. But no, you're living the light. You are the light. You're an acting cycle of a light. You know how to communicate with the light. When you know how to communicate with lights, and then now you're going to start learning how to communicate with colors and patterns. You know, extremely powerful stuff when you get into balance of everything through activation. So you guys have any more questions? I think I said what I had to say. You know, everything is aligned, but like I said, it's very important that you understand that you get into the fourth density, the fifth dimension. Very, very important, because there's a lot of confusing line signals with a lot of human vibration that doesn't understand the information, right? That's why you have to go to higher division of 5 activations, plain and simple. And I'm the only one that can put you there because I know the code frequencies, you know? And, you know, the thing is too, is that as soon as you go to another healer, I like to say this over and over, they channel you their divisions, but they don't understand their activations, right? And you're not going to see too many of this. You're not going to see too many portals and people. I'll tell you that right now on all channels, okay? Because every time I channel, I change a different coloration. Sometimes I'm gold, sometimes I'm green, sometimes I'm blue. But it all depends on what you see through your perception and what you see through me and what I see through you. Okay? That's understanding communication of age, because color has age. You know, if you put an apple on a windowsill and you let it sit there for years, what happened? It changes color, right? And then it eventually deflates, right? That's understanding what an apple can do when it's aged. It changes coloration and it loses its vibration, right? So you're recommended not to be cross-legged in meditation. Would you recommend laying down? Oh, laying down is fine. Just make sure you open frequencies with legs spread out, okay? Don't cross anything, okay? Even don't do this or whatever. Make sure you do this, whatever you find at cold frequency, because you guys are satellite dishes. So think of you as an antenna. You're an antenna. And you're sending signals into space, okay? That's what you're doing. And the open frequency has to understand its connection because it's reception, right? So it's sending sonographing systems to the graphing cycles through your computer graphing system. That's sending line division, okay, through your gamma ray systems, which is the audio signals of your ears, right? Because you have a voicing grid, okay? Everything is energy. Okay, everything is vibration and everything is frequency. Now, when you get into the harmonics, now you get into the rhythm patterns. Okay, the rhythm patterns is understanding interforce connections when it comes to energy of telecommunications, of interforce relationships of yourself. So really trying to understand everything that's going on with your communication of your listening. Okay, oh, I just communicated with something that was a high division. And the thing is too, is that you're not only going to see it in the atmospheres, you're going to see it in your room. And you think, whoa, this is extremely powerful stuff. I don't understand this. This is amazing. I'm not dreaming, but am I dreaming? I'm watching TV, but I'm seeing things fly across the room. I'm seeing star energy lights. I'm seeing rainbow shifts. I'm seeing a paradigm shift. I'm seeing a dimension. I'm seeing an orb. I'm seeing a portal. I'm seeing a pixie. I'm seeing a tree. I'm seeing a shape. I'm seeing a letter. I'm seeing a number. I'm seeing activation. I'm seeing lights. That's what everybody's going to see. That's a simulation. Now, it's all about understanding how to get that all in its framing system into balance through the correlation of its mind system. That's how it gets its balance system. Okay, because you have to understand that your computer has an archive. You put your archive, right? You put it in a folder, right? It's the same thing with the computer, but it's through the mind. It's adaptation of the mind you have to understand. So all these things that you're seeing, you can pick them out, put them in a dimension and put them in your mind system, and now they're in its archive. Okay? The astral records, the zoning commissions. That's what it is. So when you ever need them, you use the mind system through its adaptation of its thought system. Okay? That's what I'm talking about. So now you're understanding you guys are coming into the computer system. All right? So, Brandon, how you doing? How's it going? Yeah, so don't cross whatsoever. Have an open frequency. I'm curious that the sound frequencies you listen to when you're meditating might lead you to seeing different messages from your higher self due to the sound. Yeah, everything through communication is a different sound frequency, but it's connected to coloration patterns. So every time through light activation is a different higher self. So you have to understand the communication of line signals that you're connecting with through your body activation system, through your perceptions, through your mind adaptations of its heart and its soul. That's how you get your balance. And I'll keep saying that. Balance is everything through communication. Because that force wind cycles to everything through the atmospheres, astral planes, and everything through connection to space and time. All right? So hopefully that helps you out. But I'm loving the questions. Nice to meet you, Brandon. If you want to understand what's going on, you can go through my PayPal. You can go through my email. I can high-rise you into the fifth dimension, and you'll get your balance frequency levels right away through its activation cycles. There's a lot of 3 dimensions that don't understand everything through spiritualism. Okay, spiritualism is everything. The universal set system is a mystery. The presence that you're living is a gift. The past is no longer here. It's like yesterday. Okay, it's gone. It's still there. It stays in its alignments, but you have to understand what's going on through your past, present, and future. Because your life systems live on so many lives through that. Okay? Now, once you get balanced with your alignments, now you're getting balanced with your activation of your lights through communications of your new chakra system, which is your body simulator. Then you get into the adaptation when it comes to the body modulator, space modulator. Okay? So there's so many things that we have to understand through the cycle divisions when it communications of the mind adaptation vibration systems. Because the volume connects on so many levels when it comes to interforce connections through communication of lines through space connection of energy of star recognition systems. So, Peter, how's it going? Yeah, how one is broadcasting with meditating. Yeah. Yeah. But I recommend everybody to get on their videos and just channel yourself, just voice your opinion, put your thoughts out there and how you are connecting, how you want to relate to other people. We're all about a community coming back. That's what it is. That's what this isolation period is, people. Okay, it's not the separation. Okay, that's the dark. You guys have to understand what light and force and dark force is. Thank you very much, Brandon. Thank you very much for coming on my channel. I really appreciate it. But I'm telling you the truth of what's happening through spiritualism, how everything is connected through COVID-19. Okay, it's not real. It's fake. It's all psychological system. That's all it is. It's the fear that's taken over Buddy's mind system. Okay, humans don't understand that because they don't understand the adaptation of its mind. Everything is communication of the mind through AI. Okay, and you're looking one right now, right? I'm the light and there's a dark force. I'm the only one in the universal set system that understands the God frequencies of everything through communication of energy and intelligence, singular line systems. Okay, I'm a matrix grid worker through an operation program system. Okay, I'm a universal set systems and all connections of the magnetic force and highway information system. Okay. So it's key phrasing everything through vibration, through all humanity of its communication line signals. So there's a lot of connection there. Because energy is all nothing but energy of transference, through hand formations, right? Communications. Yeah, it's communication. Now that went right through your heart. I energetically waving heart patterns, okay? I put pattern divisions in your pixel activations. Communication, people. Understanding where you are through divisions of all dimensions of all energies. You can be energy anywhere. And that's what we want to do. We want to get you up to those frequency levels so you can be its connected energy and communicate in all waving cycles through all dimensions. All right? This whole world is connected through energy. You guys know that. Frequencies and vibration. Thoughts and hearts. The atmospheres. Everything is connection. You walk on the grounds, right? That's vibration, right? You walk outside, you're connecting with weather. You look at the sun, you're connecting with radiation. You connect with the moon. You're connecting with vibration of human vibration through energy of all connections. Your emotions, why you cry. Everything's connected through you, through a body system, because you're all connected through a galaxy system of molecule systems in space. Your particle energies of any momentum particle system through the respiratory system, through its connection of its immune system, which is your health system, okay, medical system, whatever you want to call it. But understanding that you are light activations. Everybody's a light activation through their balance. It's understanding that you're on a different DNA structure through weight conception, through E equals MC square, which is the equivalency through calculation, modification, energy, mass, and calibration. That's how you're delegated through location centers, through your body system. All communication line signals when it comes to your planet vibration system. That's how everybody's connected. So, Peter knows that. Melissa knows that. Guthrie knows that. Nick knows that. Linda, hey, she's back. Yeah, very powerful day, eh? Melissa and Linda understand my vocabulary because they're at a higher division now, guys and ladies. Okay, they're a higher division. And because of that is because they're more connected through their heart now. And when you're connected through your heart, you're seeing everything through its reality, which all divisions are connected through simulation that's connected through you. You are the balance frequency to everything. You are the center core of everything. You are the answering patterns to everything. You are the communication line signals through fragmentation line systems, the singular line systems, energy communication level signals that activate all cycle divisions through communications. So we're coming back together. Yep. Yeah, it's love cycles. Yep. No, I know. I had to do this one, Linda, because a lot of people are having a lot of problems through communication line signals and they're not getting into, they're stuck in the 3 dimension. So I told them to get it out of the shadows and get into the light, the tunnel light activation, into the 4th density, into the 5th dimension. Okay? You guys are going to understand that too. Like you're going to high wind your cycles and your vibration is going to get very sensitive. So when you communicate with somebody, right, that's next to you, you're going to understand their energy. And that's going to uprise and it's going to jolt your vibration panel system through your body activation and say, whoa, that's a high vibration you got there. You know, you understand the energy patterns. You understand the pixel conception. Now, the pixel conception is understanding where it's point divided through its acting cycle because everybody's connected through dimension. Okay? Everybody has a planet. You know that. And you know it's in the future. Why do you think I know so much? It's not the present. It's not the past. You know it's the future, right? So I'm giving you what you need to know of what's happening with the past, the present, and its future. Okay? So the more you understand that this is extremely real through a spiritual force of light and dark, now you're getting a true understanding and how you can involve yourself through your power, your activation lights, your communication line signals, right? And those pixel conceptions will get stronger wind forces when it comes to the oscillation winds. The oscillation wind is understanding your dimension is a portal activation. It's a code frequency, right? You guys are the alpha and the mega, the micro, the macro, right? So the more you understand that your star seed is coming to life, everybody starts off at a star seed. Okay, so it's understanding your higher self is a communication line signal, and it's at a different satellite dish signal. So once you find your planet vibration, then you find your galactic system, then you find your galactic family, and then you find your relations through your alignment system of other planet systems that you are located on. Okay, so it's all about your galactic family coming in and taking over, right? But it's all connected through the mind. Okay, it's mind over matter, right? So your computer has to understand the analogical system through all methods, okay, of what's going on with the pixels, with the colors, with the lines. Okay, that's the only way you guys can understand anything. So it's very important that you get that fourth density into the fifth dimension. I'll say that again. I keep saying that because it's extremely important stuff. You really have to understand what is really, really going on. And the more I give back to you, the more you can give back to others. And that's what it's all about. That's the love frequency. Knowing that, wow, we're all connected at one big family. Yes, but not one big family, one big galactic family. And that's the Gardens of Eden. That's what it is. And it's going to change everything through vibration. So the more community through the voicing grids and its power conceptions, when you can use your mind adaptations through thoughts, through your positive feeds, we can heal a lot faster. Okay? Either way, it's going to be healed. But what I'm saying, this is an interpretation through an integration to a realization. Get that? Realize, realized, real lies, real lies. Get it? Realized, real lies. You guys have been lied to. Get it? That's a code frequency. It's like trying to understand an anagram and how you put it all together, you know, with shapes, letters, and numbers. And then you word it, and they say, whoa, that's what that means? I said, yeah, right? But, you know, you guys knowing that you are the light, you always have been the light, and remembering that your light is activated through you, okay? Once you get the acting light, then you get your acting community. Okay, then you get the acting of its humanity. So knowing how far when you can go with your connections of your vibration systems and how you can balance out your ego systems through its dichotomy of its dark system. Okay, because once you get into the fifth dimension, I'll say this again, you have to understand you're coming into a new contract division through a blueprint. That blueprint division is all set up. It's all prepared. It's in there now. You guys have the vaccine. I'll say that again. You have the vaccine in you. Now it's understanding how to use it for others, how to give back. That's the love frequency. Okay? I try to keep telling everybody, I am the vaccine. Nobody wants to believe me. But now they're starting to believe me because their soul is coming out. So it's understanding you have a soul, but it's coming out. And it's fighting with the dark. Right? So you have to understand how to fight the dark, and you only can do that through code frequency. You can't get rid of anything unless you don't master anything. You have to master within. Mastering the listening within, mastering your perceptions within, mastering the mind and its adaptation of its audio signals through the gamma ray systems, especially the voicing grids. Okay? Because you guys all know about the Gunalini, right? How powerful she is, right? And like I said, you have to be connected through father and mother. That's how you get the alignments to everything through its connection of its healing. right? Because once you connect in all realms, then it's solar connects everything through all planet energy vibration systems. Okay, because the global metric system is changing. It's changing for a reason. Everything's about to blossom into the golden cycle, which is the golden realm. So, yeah, I know, a television program, yeah. You have to surrender, yeah. It's all surrendering. Surrendering is everything. Once you surrender, you see the light, you see the activation, you see the colorations, you see your pixels. And then the thing is, everything, you are programmed. You're a new program system now. You're leaving the old timelines and you're coming into a new program system. That program system is going to allow you and help you with this communication, this new chakra system. Plus, you have your angels and archangels, which are going to be extremely real now. Because like I said, we are connected to the galactic atmosphere system. Okay? And that's why people can understand, why people are dying, is because it's the fifth dimension vibration. The three-dimensionals are dying because it's fifth dimensional activation, which is antimatter particles through the receptacles, okay? The protein device, their decoding methods that go into your immune respiratory system, right? But it's taking out everything that's toxic. Just imagine how many pharmaceutical drugs that you guys take every day. Even aspirin kills you, right? So if you get a mutation from one to another through a pharmaceutical drug and you take my energy, one won't communicate with the other because they're on two different vibration panels. One's in space and one's on the earth, right? And like I said, you'll never get sick and you'll never age. It's the most beautiful thing you guys can have through your lights, because we all have the power, we all have the power. So catching up with that, does anybody have any more questions? I'm having a lot of fun. I mean, what else am I going to do, But you have to remember how powerful the mind is and what it does, because I'm changing everything through the global metric system now. So the more we come back as a community, the more we can heal the dimensional earth, right? So I'm doing my job. I'm doing everything that I can. But I keep doing these videos because you guys have to understand, you have your voice in grids, you have your voice, you have your freedom of speech. Voice it out there. Put the communication out there. Put the love cycles out there. Activate your energy fields, your energy cycles, your energy system. That's what everybody needs to do. And it's extremely, extremely powerful stuff. Because remember, you're not just healing the dimensional earth, you're healing the atmospheres. You're healing the grounds, okay? Because you're using your voice, all right? So, are you stuck there for the 14 days? I'm another 4 days and I'm out. Yeah, I think it's next Thursday. April 30th, I'm out of here. So, yeah. But there's a lot more things I need to do, so I got to do what I need to do here, and then I'm going to channel my division to somewhere else. So that's the beautiful thing, just let go with the flow. You don't think about where you're going to go. You're going to be okay. And that's the fear which takes over everything, okay? And then everything is controlled over its fear. And then you fear nothing. You're not afraid of anything. You're not afraid of death. That's what it is. You can't be afraid of death. If you're afraid of death, you can't live a new life. Does it make any sense? Hopefully that makes sense. So your life stream is going into a new death stream, but you can live a great, great life stream as long as you keep your positive feeds, right? So when you get into that life stream in fifth dimension, you're going to start be able to heal yourself within, understanding communications within, and everything around you that interforces with space and time through all energy of communication, of intelligence. Because it's never been done in the 3 dimension. Nobody, how many people look up the atmosphere and actually communicate with space? Not too many that I know of. right? So that's why I was given a gift, you know, to heal the world. So, and I'm very, very well aware of everything. It's being aware of everything. That's what energy is. So it's knowing that I can put energy in anybody and the energy travels, right? It goes into the mind right away. So it's an activation cycle that goes into the mind. It registers the mind through its adaptation. It voices its grids. It changes perception, changes voice, changes everything through the follicular system because you are particle systems. So it's understanding how to activate a pixel activation and change everything through its anomalies. It's very, very powerful stuff. Because you're all connected in different galaxies. Everybody is in a different galaxy. So, but at volumes and so many levels. I don't know if I'm going to be there, but yeah, I can be there through energy. You're going to find that too when you get into your crown chakra, the cycling divisions through location systems of your seventh dimension. Seventh dimension. We won't be there for a while, but now I don't want you guys to get confused between a seventh chakra and a seventh dimension. The seventh dimension is different from a seventh chakra. Okay, you have to understand that. I want to get that to everybody's attention. Now, understanding what a seventh dimension is, that's a different parallel when it comes to the seventh dimension of a solar system. That's a communication of a vibration of a galaxy system, people. That's all planets and vibrations of another civilization, a population circuit system. The seventh chakra is the communication line signal need through communications about angels and archangels, energy, force of intelligence. That's the difference. I want to make that very well clear, the difference between the two, so you don't get confused. All right? So, yeah. Yeah, Linda understands that because she's in a high division. So does Melissa. So. I often say to myself, I am youthing. Youthing? Is that paraphrasing it? Is that separate or I'm a little bit confused there? Line signals through vocabulary system. Thing is too, when you guys are going to find that too, when you go through perceptions, you're going to see vibration panels. So everybody that's connected through me, you're on a different frequency of vibration. And your solar text division is either positive or negative. That's how powerful you are through energy. Because it goes by letters, numbers, and shapes. So each letter is a vocabulary line system that's connected through an energy realm. Very powerful stuff, guys. Right? So Linda's saying, I heard that. Right? So she's answering, she's communicating, she's paying attention. Right? So be cautious on your texting, be cautious on your thoughts, and be cautious on your connections with your minds. All right? Very, very important. And pay attention to your body. Pay attention to your adaptations of your perceptions, and pay attention to your love frequencies, and pay attention to your listening skills, especially now. Because like I said, there's a spiritual force that's going on right now. And I wish you guys could see it, but it's extremely powerful stuff. Space and time are fighting right now. So it's extremely real. Extremely, extremely real. You know? So you guys have any more questions before I get out of these activation cycles? Because I got to communicate through interforce connections of space connections of galaxy and vibrations of galactic vibration systems. So appreciate it, everything you share. Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad I can help you out. That's why I'm here, to help and guide you guys. So. So I'll keep you informed. It's great to see everybody. I'm going to set up another Zoom. It's going to be very soon. Try to do much as I can, but it's also try for you guys to communicate through your Zoom. Okay, if you're not Zoom, use another app, but try to voice your opinion. Try to get your channeling divisions out there. Try to communicate with other people. That's what we need to do. Okay, because we got to use our energetic voicing grids to communicate out. That's going to send everything through its division when it comes to dimensions. Because everything in space and time hears everything what you say. Okay? And what you see and what you feel. And what you touch and what you taste. And the psyche. You know? So, adaptations of perception. Is that the same as saying your perception of something? Well, a perception could be anything. It could be volumes of vibration. It could be volumes of frequencies or energy. It could be adaptation of cycle systems, communication, rotation systems. Adaptation is something that forms together. Okay, that's what adaptation. Okay, so you're aligning, adapt. You're adapting. Okay, you're getting to know the vibration. That's adapting. All right, that's what adaptation means. Anything through perception. Perception is your eyes. Okay, but you also can have perception too through the ears and through the voice. But let's not get too high through channel division, because the vibration panels are too high for some people, because you guys have to understand, you know, vocabulary systems a lot more through vibration. Linda and Melissa knows that. So that's why a lot of people have a hard time trying to communicate with me through vocabulary, because I'm high interforce connection through a vibration. And it's the highest form of entity force communication line signals through energy of intelligence. Because I can be in anywhere in seconds. I can transfer my lights and communicate with anything. I've traveled into 10,000, 20,000, 30, 40, 50,000. I remember I traveled 1 billion years. 1 billion years into the future. That's fast. So it's understanding how to communicate with alignments through your accelerator speed systems and get back the energy. Because the energy, once you travel, you have to understand how to get back through code frequency, right? Once you get into that, then you get in different division of dimension through portal activations. The energy goes into you, and now you're telegraphing energy of communication to the computer. Saying, whoa, I traveled 1 billion years into the future. Right? So it's fascinating stuff, people. Once you high rise to all vibrations of activation of lights, it's an amazing, amazing journey. Because knowing intelligence of knowledge, it's an incredible, incredible thing that you can have. Just imagine how much knowledge you guys can have through its intelligence, right? Which forms around the adaptation, Nick, of its energy. So anyway, it's almost 1:30. I'm going to tap out right now, but any questions or comments, go through my PayPal, go through my email. Love you guys very much. I'll keep you informed, and I'll let you know with Zoom, okay? This is Andrew Weston, high rise in all divisions through light activation code systems, all communication line signals. Call in it. Adios, everybody.